again.
Hello, what's going on?
Nothing much. Okay, so we're here to go over the highly anticipated Belle Collective. I know we talked about it in an earlier show, just briefly, but they finally had their premiere on Friday night.
hmm
And just want to go through the cast of characters and what we might have in store for this coming season.
I'm excited. It's new ladies, something different.
Mhm.
So I'm good.
Okay, so
What?
I'm going to share the screen. Go ahead. Mhm.
What were your initial thoughts?
I liked it because like I like anything new. And it seemed pretty good. We got to the like the end of the show, and I was just like, huh? But other than that, it has a nice flow to it. Production standards are up. Carlos King, he's taken us to, Jackson, Mississippi, and who would have thought I'd be watching a show about Jackson, Mississippi, and the very interesting young ladies that live in that town. But here I am, and I'm gonna tune in again next week too.
I think it's cool because it's new ladies, new setting, new place. So I mean, Jackson, Mississippi is it's cool. I mean, someplace different. It's not one of the big cities. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like smaller cities do have a lot going on.
Yeah. And so the episode starts and it's like all of the ladies introducing themselves. Hey Trey. So the first lady that we meet is Tambra Cherie. Sorry if I messed up her name.
hmm
She's a radio personality, and her goal is to go national, to be a national host. She Oh, and we see her in her segment interviewing the mayor of their town. Okay, I'm going to mess up this name. Please forgive me. Mayor Shokwe Mamba. I think that's his name, but he is gorgeous. And he has a beautiful beard, just like yours, Jamal. Yummy. Um, I like her. She has a big personality. So
She's
that's what we
I
see.
like her. She's gonna be how can I put it? I have a feeling she's gonna be the one that will be the one to call people out on their mess in the
Mhm.
right way because she's a radio personality, has a big personality, but she also for some reason she seems to her spirit to me says like she's gonna do the right thing. Um, but she's not going to be in the mess, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
She's not going to be in the mess, but she's going to be on the periphery. And I can see her and Marie really bumping heads, due because they both seem to be good friends with was it Letitia? Is that her name? Is it Letitia?
Letitia, yeah, Letitia is the lady who wants to
Yes.
revitalize the district. Yeah.
So she's good. So Letitia's good friends with Tambra and Marie. And with
Mhm.
Marie being a mess, I could see Tambra like them two butting heads, but Latrice trying to play ref. Letitia is it Letitia? Letitia playing
Mhm.
referee.
Yeah. I
I
don't
can
know.
see that. I can just see that dynamic happening.
I don't know. I see her being friends with everybody because it seems like she's busy with work a lot. And I do agree with Trey. My God, her hair is massive. It's like
But
it's
she's
big.
but they are in the South, and she is a entertainment personality. So, and I could see her using her look to help push her forward in her career. The big hair, the big personality. She's from the South. She's basically like what they would call a small town girl trying to come up. I could see that working in her favor.
Yeah. I thought she was pretty cool. And I think she's gonna have a really good like storyline moving forward of her being single, 40. She has she wants to have a family. Um, it seems like she has frozen her eggs, but she has some issues
Mhm.
that were medical issues that we're going to get into throughout the season. But as a first glimpse, I like her. She
Oh
seems
yeah, she's
fun.
fun.
Yeah. Okay, so the next person we meet is your friend, Letitia. Mm. Now, she is the CEO of the National Women's Brunch Organization. She wants to change people's mindset. She wants to be an inspiration to young girls and young women to let them know that they can have it all. They can be the CEO, they can be the wife, they can be the mom, they can be everything. Her goal, her mission is to revitalize this particular street. And I think it's Farrah Street. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Um, she wants to revitalize this historic district in their town that used to be like the hub of Black business back in the day. Um, Now it's all boarded up and everything, but she wants people to reinvest in that area and bring it back to what it once was. So I like her. Like she has a like a lot of the ladies on this show have a goal, a mission that they want to carry out, and she above all is really passionate about this revitalization of this area. What do you think?
I like her vision, and I love the fact that she's come with her own company, made herself CEO. Um, hey, like you do what you gotta do when you have a passion and you really want to see it through. So she's putting her name out there. She's trying to get other ladies together, and what this highlights to me is how can I put this? Like how selfish the women are in Atlanta are. So they're all about self. I think this is kind of what we wanted to see from Potomac, Atlanta. Our African American shows. So to see this happening on a show is like this is what we want to see. Like someone trying to bring women together to do the thing and show it can be done.
Mhm. So it's this young lady who is married to Glenn, who's a towboater. So essentially, he works away on the boat for 28 days, and then he's home for 14 days, I think.
That's what I
Uh,
understood.
yeah, both have been they have both been in other relationships throughout their marriage. And she has given nicknames to her left and right breasts, Mercy and Grace.
I kind of felt like that was for the camera.
Mhm.
That they were her and her husband rehearsed. I'm like, that's fine. Bring a little fun, bring a little light to it. But I just don't. I really don't think she walks around talking like Mercy and Grace are here. I just don't see her doing that. But that's just me.
But it was nice we were formally introduced, though.
No, it
Like,
is nice. I mean, I could see she had them out. Like she was parading them, but she wasn't. They were covered up.
and she also has a pretty big personality. This was her showing up to her brunch that we'll talk about at the end of the episode. She's a really lovely lady. I like her a lot. She seems like she has really good intentions towards everything that she does.
Most definitely.
Okay, so then we have Latrice. Okay, so Latrice is a self-made millionaire. She's the CEO of Goddess Length Hair. I hope I have that right. Um, she like pioneered selling hair bundles and vending machines in malls. She has a storefront where you can go and buy your bundles, and right next to it, she has like a salon where they can do it all up for you. It's like a one-stop shop, basically.
Right.
Um, like she knows her stuff. She knows her stuff. Um, she's also married to a man named Cliff, who's
Unfortunately,
20 years her senior. Um, she said something about how they were dating for 10 years and married for 5. So I didn't know if that was included in the 10 or one after the other. Like they've been involved for 15 years. He seems to be her shadow. Um, some of their conversations were a little puzzling to me, but I'll let you take it from here.
I'm just not a fan of his because he treats, to me, from my perspective, he treats her like a daughter and not a wife. And I just me personally, I don't like that. I don't like that temperament within the couple. He just seems to be very controlling, domineering, and it's just not a good look. Just is my personal opinion. I love what she's doing with her business. Uh, she's got the shop. She's got where you can buy the bundles. I think it's perfect. You could like, cause if they can buy their bundles, why would they go anywhere else? You know what I mean? Because if you're the place where you buy your bundles has people who also do hair, they know how to work with that hair. So you will
Mhm.
probably get a better quality finished product. So I think that's a great idea. The vending machines is an awesome idea. But the funny part for me was when she told her employee, like, hey, we got a call that like we were running low on our product. She's like,
Mhm.
we should never get a call about being low on product. And the girls were like, oh, I just didn't make it.
I've
she
been like
didn't
fired.
even,
I didn't make it to give you a paycheck.
but she didn't even try to front though. Like she didn't say I got hung up. I was on a call. Blah, blah.
Mhm.
She said I just didn't make it, and I like that. I like she's like, you know what, it is what it is. But I like her tenacity. She has a vision. She has a goal, and I really like that about her. But I want to see cause I think she's gonna grow throughout the season. Now I want to know if her husband's going to support her growth, or is he going to keep trying to keep her like oppressed? This is the best word I can come up with right now.
Mhm. Well, she seems to be very interesting. Um, and again, it the way how they've set up the show, each of these ladies are like so successful professionally, but personally, that's where you see the chinks in the armor, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
it's a good setup for the show. Okay, so this hot mess.
Real quick. You see
Mhm.
Black Lavender's comment? He's
Which
like,
one?
I stay 45 minutes from Jackson and have not seen one of her hair machines. Oops.
Aye.
Oops.
We have to research the mall because I think she mentioned the first mall that she was in. Find out who the parent company of that mall is because she said that she got her hair machines in all of their malls nationwide. Now, that doesn't mean a hill of beans because they could have 2 malls nationwide.
It says one is at, let's see, let's connect it to maybe Northwood Shopping Center. Oh, let's see what this is. Sorry, just doing a little research. I don't know the area, so I'm just gonna do my best. Um, yeah, this is Goddess Lake Virgin Bar. There's a Northwood Shopping Center, Fondren Plaza, Highland Village Shopping Center. So I'll do some more digging on this. I'm just curious
Mhm.
if I can find out, like you said, which malls the actual vending machines are in. So it'll be a fun little project.
Okay, so Black Lavender has a comment. Ain't nobody around putting $300 in the machine for that hair. Um, I I thought so too, but I don't know if you remember in the early days of Shaws of Sunset out in California. Remember what's his name? Reza went to a vending machine and bought a gold bar. And I didn't even know that that exists. Like that was crazy to me, but he actually went to the vending machine. It was on one of their episodes. So you'd be surprised how much money people will put into a vending machine.
That's a good point.
Mhm.
I
I
thought cause
mean,
I thought they were putting like the cheaper bundles in the the more affordable bundles in the machine, not the expensive stuff.
no, but does isn't her the mission of her store is like, only premium quality hair? Remember what she was sitting down and telling Marie? Like, I only do premium hair. I thought, oh,
That's
okay.
yeah, that's true. I can see it, but I wouldn't. You gonna put that expensive stuff in your vending machine? I get what she's going for. I was just like, oh, okay.
Hmm. And those machines probably would take like a credit card, right? Because I couldn't
Yeah. Oh
see
yeah. No
myself
one's putting
standing up
cash.
there and like put like dollar bills,
No.
$600 worth of hair. Ugh. Okay. All right. So this next young lady is Miss Marie. She is the owner of a mental health facility. She's the first Black woman to provide these services in her community. Um, Actually, I think she said in Mississippi, but I could be wrong. Her husband's name is Cedric. Um, she is also studying for her PhD. Admirable. Um, Essie is her business partner, and she says she has $1 million business.
Hmm.
She wants to add on another service for substance abuse, and that's in honor of her mother. Her mother had some substance abuse issues, and she wants to be able to provide those services as well. And she wants to expand. She wants to grow. She's already planning for their next facility, which would be like twice the size. Like she's got a vision. She's got goals. I think that's what I like the most about this show. Everybody got a purpose.
Right. They're not sitting around waiting for something to happen or just having lunch all day. They have specific goals in mind, and it's easy to get behind them. You know what I mean? Despite the messiness.
Hmm. But speaking of messiness, she is one of the messiest ones. This is Miss Marie in her little outfit at the Southern Belle brunch that Letitia holds towards the end of the episode. I just adore this picture. It seems
Hmm.
like she's like in for a penny, in for a pound. Like she goes all the way in with the theme.
Yeah.
Mm.
She likes she likes to be the center of attention. I
Ah,
mean, you can kind of
okay.
see that she has the personality. She likes to stand forward. Yeah, she's and that's what the thing is. That's how I'm really interested in the dynamic between her and Letitia because Letitia seems to have a big personality as well. Like she says she's Marie's like what she say damage control because Marie's always saying stuff to get
Mhm.
herself in trouble and she's always like well she didn't really mean it that way or like that's not how she is that's not how she meant it so it's hilarious but I want to see their first actual like argument and I want to see if Letitia holds her accountable for messing up her brunch. That's what I
Okay.
want to see.
Black lavender. Did y'all notice the facility was empty? I noticed her office seemed empty. But did we get to see inside the facility?
I don't think so.
This is
I
a
know.
good point.
Yeah,
Susan says,
I
Miss
remember the office.
Marie, Miss Marie reminds me of Nene for some reason. That's true. She does remind me of her. And I agree with you, Dee. Great idea for access to the public, but I don't trust it. I don't even trust a vending machine when I'm buying like a bottled water. I just feel it won't give me like I'll put my money in and I won't get back like a water.
Right.
Um, okay. Trey, she loves reminding people that she is rich, very side-eye worthy. Oh, was this the woman in the preview that said, "Why do I need you to take me out for dinner? I'm rich. I could buy my own," or something? Was it
She
her?
was. She also said she told when they were arguing at the brunch that she could buy out all of
Yes.
Lanice. Is it Lanice?
No, Latrice.
Latrice's. She's not gonna buy all her stock out.
I'm gonna make you a cheat sheet. I really am.
Please do. I'm like Letitia, Latrice, Tambra, Marie, and Antoinette. Okay, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Okay. All right. So next we have Antoinette.
Hmm.
She is a dentist. She's recently been divorced. She was married to a white man. She's originally from Michigan. She graduated dental school at 25. She was one of 4 Black women in her graduating class. She was together with her ex-husband for 7 years, and they were married for 3 before they called it quits. She is in the process of starting a new part of her life. In addition to being recently single, she's actually like building out her new office. Sorry, this is a really bad picture, but um, she's building out her new office space. I get the impression that this was supposed to be a joint venture with her ex-husband, but since he bailed, she's doing it on her own. She has an amazing relationship with her dad. Um, and to this point, you really thought that this girl is picking up the pieces and getting her life back on track. But then later on in the episode, some other things happen. I was just like, oh God, girl. But yeah, she seems to this point like despite everything that's happened to her, she's dusting herself off and moving on.
I question taking on this size of a project by yourself. I don't
Mhm.
understand why you didn't have other dentists come in with you once you were getting your divorce. Um, two two, why didn't you do half a project half the size?
You know what I also wondered? Remember when she was talking to Ty, her
Mm-hmm.
contractor? Um,
Allegedly. Well, okay.
but wait, the landlord left all of his garbage in there. You're spending $500,000 on a build out that you're renting? Like,
Right.
I don't know if I'm spending $500,000. Yes, like you, I would need to have some sort of partners, but I would be owning the building.
Exactly.
Unless that includes all the dental equipment. See, I'm not familiar. We've got to do some research on this.
Right, because when I heard 500,000, I was just trying to figure out: are they gonna be mink carpets, gold faucets?
No, the equipment might be expensive. Okay, so you're gonna at least need like a couple of chairs with the overhead lights. You're gonna need the cleaning equipment. You're gonna need X-ray equipment. You're gonna need the drills. You're gonna need a full computer system. You're gonna need power backups. Um, if she is a single dentist, I'm thinking she's going to need 2 to 3 hygienists. So you're going to need at least 3 rooms. So 3 rooms, 3 dental chairs, 3 overheads, at least 4 computers because you're going to need a receptionist. Um, yeah, like I think the dental equipment is going to cost a mint.
And
But
then
still, $500,000 is a lot to be paying rent.
Yanni said she doesn't even own it. It's a rental. Excuse me. Like, what? Why are you doing this on a place you don't own? That makes no sense either.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. And remind me towards the end of this whole thing, let's talk about the street that Letitia wants to bring back. If you're going to be spending $500,000 and still rent your space,
Mhm.
Why not go and visit down at that street where I'm sure that you could buy something way cheaper?
Exactly. That was my whole thing. Like, well, if the premise of the show is to revitalize Fair Street, why not have your dental practice on Fair Street? And so
Mhm.
you might get a good deal on it.
Mhm. What did you think about her little her thinking that this one was cute and her whole thing about, dating outside of your race?
I mean, she likes what she likes. That's no big deal. Now let's talk
What
about the car. No,
Yeah, the divorce Porsche.
no, no, ma'am, no. 500K build out.
Well,
No,
she did say at the end of the scene, um, "I'm gonna, like, keep shopping," or something like that, like, this was just a product placement for the dealership for me.
dealership, right? And I'm sure
That's what I thought.
and I bet you they're gonna give her a discount on that Porsche too.
Oh, wait, hold on. Gina says something here. I filed insurance for a dental office for 6 DDS's mega bucks. Oh, I didn't even factor in
Oh,
insurance.
me neither.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you, Gina.
but my thing is, like, go back. Let's go back to. That's a very
Ooh,
good point. That's a
which one?
very
Which
good
one?
point. This the Porsche. Do we think it's
Oh,
a product placement, and then she worked out a deal to get the car in lieu? How can I put it? Basically, she got paid. The car's gonna be payment for her product placement, basically.
or you know what? They could probably give her the loaner car. Because at those luxury dealerships, when somebody brings in their car and they need another, they need a loaner, they'll give them one of the same brand. So they'll probably give her the loaner to drive around whenever she's filming for free. And that way
Got it.
they can continue, like they'll probably have a custom plate on the front and make sure that the film crew films it.
I can
That's
definitely
what I
see that.
think.
Very good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, I can see that. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Okay. But do I think she should be getting a car like that and she's trying to do her business? No. Focus, girl. Focus, focus. Because the only reason why she wants to get it is to drive up to the brunch in a flashy car that nobody's looking at. Because this isn't the housewives of Johannesburg where they scope out the valet to see what you're driving in.
Right. That's so funny to me. They even saw her switch bags too. I'm like, that's some really good hits. You really watch
Mhm. Okay, so okay, so before we get to the brunch, Letitia has a lunch with Tambra. She wanted Tambra to host this lunch because she normally does it, but this time there was a conflict in Tambra's schedule,
it.
and she just wanted to let her know what she'd be missing, like how she wants to announce at this brunch her plan to revitalize this historic district, and she wanted like these ladies to like help buy into her dream and stuff like that. So then we see the ladies getting ready, and this right here is the brunch at the local country club. And yeah, it was quite interesting. I guess there was a dress code. Most ladies showed up like this young lady with a little fascinator and a nice little dress. Antoinette came in a flowing sequence, like maxi dress, and Latrice came. I didn't understand her outfit. It was basically a pair of white pants, a zebra top, and then the gold jacket over it. And
I
then
didn't
there's Miss Marie. Go
I
ahead.
didn't know. I just didn't know where Latrice was going. I didn't know where she was going.
But you know what? I preferred Latrice's outfit to Antoinette. I thought Antoinette's outfit would have been really great for a summer wedding, not a
Not
brunch.
brunch, no. No.
But I sure enough went to showing up looking like Marie.
But
The
we know more.
theme, the theme was supposed to be Southern Belle.
But we could tell right away Marie likes to do the most. So her showing up like this wasn't really a shocker when you take everything into context. It's like big personality. We could tell you have to do the most. Like so, her showing up like this is like, yeah, okay. She likes to be the center of attention,
That hat was kind of dangerous though to anyone sitting next to
right?
her. Um, so yeah, they're all there. This, by the way, is the first time that Latrice and Antoinette have ever attended this event. And this goes back to some the interaction between Latrice and her husband. Like she was talking to him about this event, and it seemed to me like she asked permission to go to it, and he was like, oh, okay, as long as, that's fine that you're going, as long as you're not going to the club or anything. And she goes, no, it's a brunch. And then she says, it just seems so fake. I guess the ladies who are there. And he said, oh, you'll fit right in. I
Right.
I
I
have
was like, wow.
problems with that.
I have problems with him. Period. So yeah, I just have problems with him. Period. So
Well,
I never think.
yeah, I felt bad for her because we saw that she was hesitant to come to this event. And it seemed like she had a premonition because she sits down, and as we can see, Marie has on a wig. She says that she bought the bundles from Latrice's shop. They gave her a reference for a wigologist who she took the bundles to, and what she got back isn't the hair that she bought. So she's blaming Latrice and her business. If you know that that's not the hair that you bought or that you took to the wigologist, shouldn't you be addressing the wigologist? And then, secondly, why would Latrice's business recommend a wigologist outside of her own salon? Like she has an attached salon. Wouldn't they like promote their people first?
That was the confusing part for me because I'm like, well, okay, like you, like the key thing is I think you said you referenced this at the beginning. You know what hair you bought. Like the you can now the my thing is if the hair does not match what you sent the wigologist, you need to go to that wigologist first and say, hey, I know what hair I gave you. This wig is not of that hair. And then what you're supposed to do, in my opinion, is call up Latrice and like, hey, Latrice, just want to let you know, I got these bundles. I sent the hair to the wigologist that was recommended. I did not get that hair back. And then that way she knows not to deal with that wigologist anymore.
Yeah, it was just really like, I don't know, maybe I heard it wrong, but it just seemed like Marie shot herself in the foot because you're angry at like, okay, first of all, I've never had to buy hair before. But if I spent $600 on anything, I'm making sure I'm inspecting that product at the point of sale. Like before I hand over my money, my card, or whatever, I'm inspecting that. Okay, you refer me over to somebody else. Okay, so I know what I'm taking to this other person. And when they give me back the finished product, I'm gonna be like, okay. Because and then okay, so if she was referred to a wigologist, forgive me, I'm just thinking out of the box here. Doesn't she have to pay the wigologist to make her wig?
Yes, I would think so.
So did she not refuse payment if it looked that bad? Like, why didn't the wigologist curl the hair? I don't know. It just looked like a dead cat on the side of the road. I, I would not accept a wig that wasn't properly styled. Or do they not style it for you? You have to go home and style it.
You style it, but my thing is this: I go back to my previous point, which ties into Yanni, I do think she had an agenda. Because here's my thing: we both said it. You should know the hair that you sent them. She didn't even expect. You could see like she really didn't inspect the hair. All she said was the hair was stiff. Okay, fine, it was, but she never looked at the hair and said like, "Hey, this is not what I sent them."
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part that lets me know like you took this opportunity to have a storyline. You want to take this opportunity to show out in front of the cameras, and that was the part that kind of annoyed me because it was unnecessary. As a business owner, you have proper channels that your clients probably have to go through, or whoever. So why wouldn't you extend that same courtesy to another business owner? Why do you try to have to blast her in front of everybody, or try to blast her in front of everybody?
I was going to get to that because remember, Latrice is all about female empowerment and women supporting each other. And that's part of the mission of this brunch is that these women in business are there networking and supporting each other in advancing their businesses. So, Marie, you come to a women empowerment brunch to take down another female business owner? Really?
Hmm.
And if you were accusing her business of not selling the best of quality, why didn't you bring the receipt? Because if I spent $600 on something, I'm keeping that receipt.
Right. Because you need a receipt for the hair. You also need the receipt for the wigologist. And like, look, this is what happened. This is the quality. I didn't get my hair, the right hair back, and this is the quality of work I received. So you may not want to do business with them.
Quite
And go ahead.
Well, no, quite honestly, I really wouldn't have anything to say to Latrice at this point because, in my mind, based on what Marie said, I would be thinking that the wigologist swapped out the hair. If
Right.
if there's anything to say to Latrice, I would have to say to her, your establishment referred me to ABC Wigologist. I just want to let you know that, she stole the product that I bought from you. I would be wary of having her on your preferred vendors list. And that would be it. And I would have said it to her privately. I wouldn't have
Oh,
said it.
exactly.
I wouldn't have been like, broadcasting that all over the table.
And she could have said that before the event too. She could have sent her a quick text or a quick email like, "Hey, by the way, this is what happened." And then I'm sure she has something else to where she could just worn her natural hair. It wasn't that deep.
She had a whole finger curl going on. She had like perfectly done hair, and instead she puts on the cat. I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I just don't like things of that nature.
And that's why I don't blame Latrice for walking out. Like she didn't even want to go into a tit for tat with her at the table. She just got up and walked out. And what I thought was really she said, "Come on, Antoinette." And Antoinette jumped up and trotted after her. Girl, really? I'm not
So
saying for
one
you to stay behind, but your friends shouldn't be talking to you like that.
one Latrice handled the situation very well. I probably wouldn't have handled it that well
Mm-hmm.
because when it comes down to business, I would do the tip for tat thing. Like if you want a show, I'll give you a show, and that's just the honest truth. She handles it very well, but like Antoinette, I was looking at her like, you really gonna do that?
Oh, wait. Dee has an interesting comment. When she was getting ready, there were two wigs in that room. One looked better than the one she wore.
Oh,
Oh,
oh. So
oh
she
my
went there. What just
God.
said you right there? She went there with an agenda.
Oh my God.
Deed and blown up the spot.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's a shame.
Wait, because the cameras was on, I feel like she might have mollywopped her for that 600. Black lavender. Oh my
But
God.
that's these are just Deed and blown up the spot though. She had two wigs prepared,
Uh-huh.
but she wore the worst of the two. And
Uh-huh.
who's to say that second wig wasn't actually the right wig in the first place?
That might have been the real hair.
That might have been the real hair.
Because, okay, Latrice, her hair always looks impeccable, but I expect that because she's the owner. But
Right.
then the lady in the yellow fascinator, she
Right.
said that that was hair from her store,
Hmm.
and it looks good.
Really good.
I don't know.
But that
I
just
just
like,
I
oof.
just thought it was like a shady ending for the first episode. Because and again, if Marie and Letitia are such good friends, why would you destroy her lunch, her brunch like that with that nonsense? And then even before she got to make the big announcement about the revitalization of the historic district, like why would you tank her event like that if that's your friend?
Right. Interesting.
But
Very interesting. She, man, like this is where I want to see if Letitia is gonna hold Marie accountable for this.
she said that she's kind of like her PR person and always getting her out of jams. So maybe she'll continue doing that throughout the rest of the season.
True, but in this situation, Letitia was trying to bring the ladies together for something like pretty historic. But if this is the way Marie's going to act at an empowerment brunch, I mean, what does that say how she's going to act like down the road? I mean, there's certain things you can overlook, talk through, but this is something that she should be really held accountable for due
Yeah.
to the message that she was trying to get out.
That was like the ending scene was the only one that I was just like, oh my God, this totally defeated what I thought was the major premise at the beginning of the episode. So
Yeah,
it sets up Marie as the villain.
right.
um, and I'm looking forward to see how all of the characters develop. It was a good start for the series.
And the groundwork has been laid.
Hmm.
And just in my opinion, like the foundation is kind of there.
Hmm.
Is now I just want to see how the reactions come, particularly since they're friends. So that's really gonna be interesting. And since it's Letitia's project, I wonder how Marie's gonna take not being in charge. That's
Well,
going to be interesting.
you know what? Marie could be in charge of the storefront in the historic district that she buys and builds back. She could be in charge of that.
Oh, but you can tell she's like I could just see her trying to take over Letitia's project. I could just see it, and I just want to know if that happens and how they're gonna handle it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. That was the first episode, premiere showcase of the Belle Collective. It's on OWN. I know that they had this episode also on YouTube. I don't know. Do you think that she will continue like, showing the future episodes on OWN?
I would because YouTube has a larger reach than OWN. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm. Because not all cable packages have OWN included in the
Exactly.
lineup.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's worth it. What else have we got to watch on a Friday? Oh wait, we've got Love After Lockup because they come on at the same time but different channels.
I have not been watching Love After Lock. I've just been catching reviews, to be
Are
honest.
you serious? It's so
Yes.
good. It's so good.
What's on Fridays? Oh, I watch basketball on Fridays. That's why I don't even think to turn TV.
Oh my God. You and your sporting seasons. Okay.
Hey, it's back. I'm gonna take it while we got it.
Okay, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, this was the Belle Collective, season one, episode one, also titled The Belle Collective. It's on OWN. The first episode is also on YouTube. If you like the content, please give us a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and
Oh,
the
real quick.
notification bells.
Oh, real quick. Can you drop a link for Gina Maxey so she can try out her phone real quick?
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's see if I got it. There we go. Oh, Gatatua has a point. Hi, Gatatua. I feel the YouTube upload was to get us hooked, and she may continue on OWN and not on YouTube.
That's a good point.
Hmm. Oh, Gatatua. Well, Gatatua, the link was dropped. If you want to call in, go ahead. We've got Gina. Connect your device, Gina, so that I can bring you up if you want to come up. Sure, you can call in Gatatua. Here's the link. Okay, so Gina has called in, but she hasn't connected her devices.
Oh, gotcha.
So as soon as I see that she's connected her device, I'll bring her up. Hey, Gatatua, how are you?
Fine, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, sorry, I just caught you. I caught you guys a bit late, but okay, I can't remember their names. The lady with the Versace kind of
Latrice.
golden jacket.
Yeah.
What's her name? Yeah. Now that lady, from her, the way she was behaving from the beginning of the episode till the end, even the way she was introducing herself and the way she was behaving around her husband, I feel she was a sugar baby to the man, and then she was upgraded to a wife. But she still has those tendencies.
Well,
Patrice?
yeah. Here's the thing. There was also another video, like a behind the scenes thing, and it seems like if anybody's the sugar baby, it might be her husband. Actually, when she was selling the bundles out of the back of her car, it seems like he really didn't believe in what she was doing. He barely supported her endeavors. He did not invest at all. This is all on her. So when she started, like, her business really started picking up, and she got the store and she's a salon, and like she's always thinking ahead. She's really a hustler, in my opinion. They got married. Eventually she gave him like a percentage of her business. And then we'll see later on in the season, like, she's doing another project, and it's only now that he is going to invest in it. And I don't think he's that supportive of her. And it seems like whenever he speaks with her, it's always with a tone of, I'm gonna put you back in your place.
No, but this is what I'm saying. If she yes, she's when you are in the business, you learn how to jive and swive and try to hustle your way around, right? So any coin you get, you try to make something out of yourself. Now, if I am with a man who doesn't necessarily want me to be making money and stuff like that, they wouldn't be necessarily supporting me. But when it kind of gets good, they will also not stop me. So I feel the way she behaves around the husband, the way she's too submissive and the dude is so dismissive, there is more to it than what they're telling us. There is more to that relationship,
True.
the dynamics of the relationship. So I think the dude might have been the financier when they were starting off, and then she eventually got better than the guy. And so the guy is just trying to play his role of, remember, I'm the one who got you here to begin with.
From what I understand, he had no contribution to her business whatsoever and never believed in it. But what I do agree with you on is I feel she has daddy issues. And that's why she's with somebody that's 20 years older than her who speaks to her that way. I would be interested to know if her dad was like a present figure in her life. You know,
I feel despite having daddy issues, there are things like if I to see younger people who date older men, there's a way they behave around the man, whether the man is a provider or not. And the way she behaves, and I don't think like I'm taking whatever she says with a pinch of salt. By the virtue that she's saying this man did not support her, I'm taking that with a pinch of salt. Because I've tried to just do a Google search, the way she was hyping herself and saying, I have vending machines all over the place, I make these sales and these sales. And from a simple Google search, that doesn't seem to reflect. And I can see it's a dynamic across these ladies. They're trying to seem bigger than they are, or they're trying to sell to seem like they're doing better than they are. So that's why I'm saying I feel there's something off with her and the dude. And I feel maybe they started off in a relationship where she was just with him for the money, but then she got smarter and made her way out of that situation of kind of waiting for him to give her money. Then her friend, the one who's trying to buy a car but never bought a car, same concept. She was the one who was left. Huh?
Antoinette, the dentist?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel she's having the pretty girl syndrome. You know, like when you're very pretty and your friends tell you you're pretty. So you feel every man wants me and everything. So you find this one person who actually leaves you. And you're confused, like, how the heck would this person leave me? So she's trying to compensate for herself. And anytime you see her talking to a male character within the episode, she's trying to flirt here and there, and it seems a bit awkward for me. Like she's trying a bit too much, and she's also trying to make it seem like she's doing well for herself, despite the fact that that might not be the situation.
Yeah, I sense that she's basically overextending herself with this project. I think it was going to be like a tight budget with two of them, but now it's just her alone. I think she's really overextending herself, and I think that's why she's not giving the full picture to her dad. And I still question a build out of $500,000 for a dental office for one dentist.
Yeah, that also doesn't make sense to me unless you're renting out the space.
But she is renting the space and she's still spending $500,000 on the build out. Like, I don't know, like, I'll be honest, I don't know anything about dentists offices or contracting or anything like that. I obviously forgot the insurance, which is a big deal, but it just seems like a lot.
I don't know, like maybe I would say from my country, the better the dentist's office, the more I'll pay for the services. So most dentists will go out of their way to revamp their offices with whatever amount of money they will have to use because they will get better business. And also they will get more corporate business rather than individual business. So if that was the concept she's thinking about, is fine. But then I'm trying to imagine you don't own the property, but
Trey, I'm not even sure if there's only going to be one dentist. Did she say she was doing this alone? Like, I got the impression it was supposed to be her ex-husband that was supposed to be in it with her.
I feel she wants to revamp up the space, then rent it out to other dentists.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be her.
So like she has one office and the others have the other offices or cubicles or something.
Okay, so it was for 2. For now, it's just her, but it's possible she will invite someone else later as a partner. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
the way it was painted is that they were supposed to do it together, then divorce, and but now she decided to keep going by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that she's gonna I'm hoping that it's gonna be a big enough office to where she can bring in a partner and more dentists. That's just my whole thing. So I'm like 500K. You're taking the whole thing on by yourself. That just seems like a lot to take on.
Especially
And
coming
Because
out of a divorce.
and if
right,
and if and if that's the case, then she should have taken a smarter route. Like she should have already sought out any dentist that would want to work with her in that
Mhm.
specific space, and then they go Dutch on the cost for revamping the space,
Yeah.
which is what normally you'd find most people do. Like if I want to expand the space, and I'm bringing you on board, then I will tell you need to give me some money so that we can do this together. Or you have to pay me. It's like I'm leasing the space to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt, I don't know, I kind of see her concept, but I see also that she's being a bit naive on how she's going about it. And she might find herself in financial problems before she even finishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then are we taking into account, like, what if she has student loans from, like, she's just out of dental school? Or within the last decade, I'll give her. Like, she still has to have, like, or maybe she got scholarships. I don't know. She does
it's
seem kind of
possible.
pageanty. I don't know.
And that's the thing. Like, until they tell us details, we
Yeah.
can only speculate, because I know the bulk of the money in dentistry is the machine, is not
Yes.
necessarily the space.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do not have anyone else who does not feel the location is appropriate for them, then you will be left alone with your big space.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
Because
just oh go ahead.
no, because when we were doing our little tabulation last time, I was just trying, like, I know the machine, like, you have to have multiple rooms
Mm.
for the dentist and the hygienist, and then any other dentist that you bring in as partner. And you have to have machines and chairs and everything in each room. Like,
I
it's not
know.
cheap.
Right, like that makes sense. Now, if when she says build out, when I think build out, I think the building only. Because when I think build out, I think renovation building. So I'm like, oh, you're doing all this stuff, um, and that's 500,000. That seems like a lot, especially in Mississippi. As the financial dynamics are different.
Mhm.
I think cost of living is a little cheaper in Mississippi. But if you're telling me that the build out includes all the machines and the equipment, I could easily see the $500,000. That makes
Mhm.
complete sense to me. So
Exactly.
I can definitely see that. It was just like I'm like, to build it is 500K in Mississippi, really? That just didn't make sense. But so if you throw in the equipment, I can definitely see it. I can definitely see it.
Yeah, because I know, like, in my country, a bunch of people that make their money through that. Like, I hire a big office space because you pay per square meter. So I hire a big office space and partition it into smaller cubicles. Then I hire it out to other people who pay me a higher rent.
Mm.
Then I'm able to pay my rent and make my profits. I don't
Okay.
know whether that's legally allowed in your country, but that is most doctors would do that to even so that you kind of make your money, but you also, even if you don't have anyone coming in to be checked or to have their teeth fixed and everything, you still have money left at the end of the day.
No, I know hair salons used to do that. You rent out a chair, or at a barber shop.
Mm-hmm.
I could see you doing that with a dental practice. You let a partner buy in, and you split the profits on all of the patients. Um, Again, this goes back to Ian has a good point. 500,000, and she's putting all of that money into a rental. I hope the bulk of that is in the equipment that she can move out, and not in the drywall. That
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hope so too, but I also hope she will now sit down and rethink it and end up now reaching out to other dentists, because ideally where you set up your business is all about location. If the location is not perfect, no one is going to show up. So I think she should also reach out and try to find out, because I don't know, has she been practicing in that specific state or area or something, you know?
I think she is currently at a practice, but I don't think it's hers. I think she wants to get something that is hers.
Okay, I wish her the
Yeah,
best, but I feel she needs to re-strategize. She needs to be smarter in how she wants to go about it. Because
true.
she might be able to build it up, and then maybe the equipment is going to be the problem.
Well, let's hope she has all of her financing in line, because
Yeah, I'm also hoping she's not thinking about using the divorce money to finance this endeavor.
okay, so wait a minute, hold on. Chrissy Rocks. I hope I'm saying your name right. And thank you for joining us today. So she is starting a franchise called Floss Dentistry. They have capital requirements, just like opening a McDonald's. Finance person here. Oh, so she's starting a franchise. So they will pay in
Makes sense. Yes,
to,
makes
to so that's
exactly what I'm saying.
smart.
It makes sense then. Yeah, if that's
That's
the end goal, it makes sense now.
so she's not just a pretty face.
Yeah.
Ooh, we like her. We like her a
That makes
lot.
that makes more sense now.
So
Yes.
next season we'll allow her to get the Porsche.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. But I feel she
Oh,
she she needs to check her friend, the other one, the one I've just spoken about before.
Latrice.
Latrice.
Mhm,
Yes, because you know how you have those friends who they've already prejudged a situation, and then
mhm.
um however things go, yes, she wasn't on the wrong, fine, but you're not going to be like, let's leave and I'm going to follow you behind like a cat.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
She needs
Um,
to have her own opinion.
I think that as she gets a larger pool of friends, because she's not originally from Mississippi. I think hopefully she will get more independent and not just reliant on you know this one friend that she has, which is Latrice. And then hopefully she gets a bit stronger backbone, you
Yeah.
know.
And I feel Latrice was her name.
Yeah.
She's more about she reminds me, sorry to say that, she reminds me about Mary Cosby, like the person who wants to wear labels of everything and anything. Or I want to tell you, oh, I'm wearing this and I'm wearing that. So I would want
Mhm.
the same thing to be replicated in my friends.
Mhm.
Because when they were discussing about the car, a proper friend will tell you, like, do you really have the money to be showing up to a branch in a car like that?
Yeah.
But if I have a friend who wants to turn up in a Porsche, I'll be like, yes, we are buying it and we are turning up.
Yeah. Well, I think the same way too. If I was a friend to her, I, I might not have said it on camera. I would have said, "Oh my God, this is such a nice car! Wow," But then off camera, I'd been like, "Girl, $500,000 for your dental office. Priorities."
Right.
Yeah. And then what's the lady with the hat that looked like the Shia curtains in my kitchen?
Oh,
Marie.
Marie. Yeah.
Yeah. How old is she? Because
She's a grandma, so let's cut her some slack.
no, no.
No.
Well, the hat was a hazard. The dress
Yeah.
was a hazard. She should have come with a sign. You know, like how in the you're told a wet floor or wet paint or something. She should have come with a signage like that. Because I thought like she would turn and look right and left, and then every candle would have fallen off, and or maybe she would have caught fire. That's how I felt. I felt really scared for her.
When I saw her walk in, you know, when you see those big tractor trailers and they say they have the sign on the back that says wide turns.
Wide load and yeah.
Yes, that's what I thought of, and I just automatically heard the beep, beep, beep. Like
Exactly.
that was a lot.
And if I was the lady who was seated next to her, I would also fear for my life. I would have taken extra insurance just for that day after I saw the heart. Because she might turn and poke you in the eye, and that's it. Like, I felt she was doing too much. Then, two, why would you decide, like, I'm going to put on hair? I'm sure that hair was so stiff and it was so scratchy, like she was itchy, like how when you put on bad hair and then you're feeling itchy and stuff. Like, why would you do that to yourself? I'd rather come with my bald head than do that to myself. And I'd rather come with it like packaged so that yeah, I bought it from you. Because this is the impression I got. I got the impression that she said she bought it from the vending machines, not from the shop.
But even so, you're gonna have a receipt from the vending machine.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have worn it. Why do I want to strangle myself with strands of things? I would have packaged it the same way I bought it with my receipts and everything and brought it to her, and I was like, excuse me, mom, I think this is your hair, but it's not what you're claiming the quality of hair you sell is. Because I wouldn't even blame her if she had two different qualities of hair. Like, you have the virgin hair in the store and the not so virgin, and like a bunch of things on the vending machine. I wouldn't blame her for that.
But you know what? I don't think she got it from the vending machine because Marie said she bought it from her store. She paid $600 for it. She got a referral to a wigologist from the store. So I don't think the vending machine is going to give you a referral. But I'm just going back to exactly what Marie said.
But I'm wondering, like, if you're buying hair, say you had a store, I bought hair from your store, and you have a salon. So why am I going to someone else unless all your people are busy that day? So then you refer me to Jamal. So okay, now I get where she's coming from, but then my anger wouldn't have been with you, would have been with Jamal.
Correct. And Marie also said, this is not the hair that I purchased. So obviously, if you purchase a certain quality hair, you take it to a wigologist and they prep it into a wig, but suddenly the type of hair has changed. It's not with the store, it's with the wigologist. She's going after the wrong person just based off of what she said. Because I rewound it a couple of times just to make sure that I wasn't hearing something.
What are you thinking, Jamal?
It's just weird. I don't like when people. I mean, personal digs, fine, whatever, but you don't come for the business.
Exactly.
You don't come for people's livelihood. Because what happens is this: when you come for someone's livelihood, you give them license to come after your livelihood. So that's why that and kids should never be discussed. Don't ever come for those two things, because you just open up two doors you don't want opened. Because then the person who gets talked about, who gets on the receiving end of the clapback, wants to cry foul. Nah, you can't do that.
I agree, and I felt she was looking for a moment. She was trying to make a storyline for herself with the hair and everything, because she was already amped up before she even came to the party. But go ahead.
That's the thing. Is like you had all this time, um, with this hair. I'm just gonna say you had enough time to say, okay, this is not right. You had enough time to make adjustments. You did not have to wear that hair. And then what you do is after the event, you let her know like, hey, I'm gonna shoot you a message. Be on the lookout for it, and you leave it there. You don't make a scene at your friend's empowerment brunch, because throwing someone else's business or trying to throw someone else's business under the bus is not very empowering in my eyes.
True. And in the words of Black Lavender, I would have thrown her in the next dumpster. Because why are you behaving like that if you're my friend? And I felt
Do
the friend gave her
mhm.
a pass, which was now also annoying to me.
Do y'all think production forced Marie to bring that up at the brunch?
No, because Marie doesn't seem like the type of person to be forced into anything. I think that she understands that this is reality TV. She understands she now has a nice platform, and she's out with anyone outside of her family. She's selfish.
I don't know. I feel she's behaving like what's her name? Wendy with the 4 degrees, like she's trying too much because it's your first episode, you need to leave an impression. So I have to have something impactful that will leave an impression. But now I just have a bad taste in my mouth because of that.
And she is trying to get she is going for her PhD. So hey, maybe she could be one of Wendy's can. You never know.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like you I'm listening to what you're saying, Jamal. Like she's gone after this woman's business. So don't you think someone might come after yours? Uh, That's a risky move on in my opinion. Like what if she was going to throw back and say you a Medicaid fraud, like your whole mental facility be empty and you milking Medicaid. Like what if she decided, like what if Latrice was like totally down in the gutter and decided to do that as a rebuttal?
But Debbie, why are we watching it? We're watching it exactly for that because I'm waiting for someone to say, "You hold up, your facility was bloody empty. What happened? Where's everyone?"
Oh my god.
That's why I'm
What
watching.
happened?
Yeah,
Oh my
if that
goodness.
doesn't happen,
No.
I'd be disappointed because she's opened a can of worms, and I'm like, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's get to the bottom of the can.
Well, I think Marie
That's
has a lot of things to worry about besides her empty medical facility.
right. When you told me that, oh boy, we disappeared in Aruba for 3 weeks, and she at home with the kids, I'm like, hold up, what you mean? And
And the
get
grandkids.
I asked Debbie, I'm like, well, is he a Reuben? Is he going to visit family? You're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
He's out there. Maybe he went to another state, like you know who, and trying to have his good time and stuff. But now that she's decided to take that path, I appreciate it, and I'm ready to see what else is going to come out of it.
Dr. Tua, I want to ask you a question. Now, me and Debbie talked about this off camera. So I think that Tambra and Marie may have words down the road as they are both friends with uh,
Letitia.
Letitia. So, do you think when those two classes, I think they will, because Tambra, she seems to be away from the mess, but she'll be around the mess, so she'll eventually get into the mess. Do you think Letitia would hold Marie accountable at that point?
No, I don't think she's going to do that. Because even with the first instance that she did with her empowerment thing, she didn't hold her accountable. She's just like, oh, I'm her friend who takes her away from the mess and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to be that friend. I also want to be a friend who turns up like that once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna hold her accountable. I feel it's gonna be like a Robin and Giselle sort of relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, when one is the messiest and then the other one is like, no, she's my friend and it's okay, but I understand her. You guys will get to know her, you'll understand her, you love her, but no one ever loves her. No one
Okay.
understands her.
Oh my god.
No one ever loves her. Wow. Okay.
It
Yeah,
seems
I
like
was
we're gonna
wondering.
be in for a wild season.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
Um,
actually I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen next because of what she did. Because that has opened up opportunities for people to now come for her.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Black Lavender. I'm with you.
but this seems like fun mess in a way. Granted, they were at an empowerment thing. Letitia had like a great message. She didn't get to get out. but you can already see like how this is gonna go, and you can kind of see how where people are with their friendships, and you can also see where things can go right or things can go wrong. And I like a show like that. And to
Mm-hmm.
me, this was very well produced because I didn't feel like it was choppy at any point. It kind of just flowed through, and I was like, okay, now I'm ready for the next episode. Wait, there is no next episode. I gotta wait.
It actually reminded me, like when I was watching, because I watched it twice. It actually reminded me of Our Ladies in South Africa, because that's how I felt. Like the mess is like real mess, but it's also funny mess.
Mm-hmm.
But then
And
let
they're
me get
not polished yet. They're
exactly.
not like several seasons in. It's like that first season, brand new shiny penny. There's no like tarnish on it yet.
And they're not
Exactly.
too, and they're not too aware of the cameras yet. Yet, I,
Hmm.
I say yet.
And did you notice the lady who was seated next to the dentist lady, the one with the, was it a mustard sort of dress or something?
Yes, yes.
Did you notice she kept on looking at the cameras and I was like, yo, didn't they
Hmm.
give you a brief of what you're supposed to be doing? Like every time she
Yeah.
was talking, she was looking at the camera. Every time she was complimenting the hair, she was looking at the camera. I'm like, okay, that's very silly of you.
Well, that's why she's not one of the bells.
Then my last point, I just want to be a bit messy.
Hmm.
Did you notice the level or the amount of baking this ladies had on their face? And the shades lighter they had gone, especially my favorite, the one with the one who has the hair business.
Latrice.
Yeah, there's a lot of makeup going on, but Latrice, doesn't she do makeup in her salon too?
But she went and there's a time she was like a shade lighter. And when she puts her hand
Ooh.
next to her face is when you notice it. And then I think the camera people are trying to be a bit messy. And then they zoomed in and you're seeing like she was trying to bake it, but it's now a bit crusty. And she kind of has either she has acne or something because you can see the bumps and the rashes and stuff. I was
Oh.
like, oh my God.
Well, I did see a clip where I think it's Letitia physically goes in and adjusts Antoinette's wig.
And that's also the other thing. That's very authentic. Like
How is
you're
Latrice her
like
best friend or whatever, and her wig is not like
she was
laid or whatever?
leaving behind. So
I
like
think
I was looking at them and I'm like, wait, hold up. So you people also sorry, I'm gonna use the word you people like Crystal. So you people also do that. You go shades lighter? I thought it was just us.
no, I think everybody does. Like it's I don't know.
No, I
Even,
feel I feel like just a tip for anyone who's thinking about going a shade lighter or two shades lighter, when you're going to do that, keep your hands down. Don't move them up. Just hug yourself, you know?
Jesus.
Hold them.
Oh my God.
Because the moment you move them up, and I'm like, wait, hold up, rewind. What did I see? Why is your
Oh
face
Lord.
looking like a Debbie and your hands is looking like a Jamal? Explain.
I
Because
don't
that,
know how to explain that.
Me neither.
cause that's the same thing with what's her name Wendy. Because the first thing you notice until she puts her hand close to her face when she's talking
Uh-huh.
is when you notice it.
Wait, this
Yeah,
is Wendy from Potomac?
yeah.
Yes.
When she okay, so when she's speaking and you look at her,
Mhm.
you can't tell anything. But it's when you see her hands, and there was a photo of like where she was at a podium, and you saw her face, but then they show where her hands were showing, and you could definitely see the stark difference.
Oh,
It wasn't like
okay.
it wasn't minimal difference either. It was like it's like literally almost like a me and you difference.
Exactly.
Nuh-uh.
It's like two separate people.
It
It is.
could have been lights or something.
Oh, that's not like
No.
no.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. Like if you would have taken a picture of her with a with a flash on, she would have looked ghostly.
Okay.
Like even here, I just googled it, and there's two photos side by side, and this is not lighting.
Oh my lord.
Oh, I found the photo. Hold on. No, I'm serious. Hold on. Can I send this? Shoot. Let's see. Oh, link copy. Let me see if this works.
I
There's
don't know. It's
there's a
just
link. So Debbie, I want to see if are you able to pull it up on your end so you can see what I'm talking about?
Hold on. I'm gonna see if. Hold on. Wait. Copy.
ooh yes.
No.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
No.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold up. Nuh-uh.
Yep.
No. Somebody played around with this.
Nope.
No. Oh my.
At least this time around she remembered to go up to the neck, but she forgot her hands.
Oh no. Y'all.
Yeah, that's it's I don't know, maybe because I'm African, I'm a bit nosy, so I notice things. But just people need to, like, when you're planning to go shades lighter, like plan ahead with your hands. Do something about them. Hug
Oh my
yourself, hold
God.
yourself, do something.
All right. Okay, there's no defense of that. Oh.
Yeah, I was like one of the first photos when everything came out, and this was one of the first photos I remember. They did a photo. It's like, hey, look at this. I'm like, whoa, that's yeah.
Wendy. Oh my
Yeah, so
God.
I don't know. I'm waiting to see anyway. I'm waiting to see how this ladies, because they're kind of like the new Real Housewives of Atlanta for me now. So I'm waiting to see what they're going to bring. I feel like Oprah is gonna play us, and she's not gonna bring like the second episode had or something. I feel she's just gonna now want us to go to own to try and watch it from there. She's not gonna put another one on YouTube. That was just to whet our appetites and see their craziness, and then we'll want to see more of it. But trust you me, if she doesn't even bring it to YouTube, we'll find ourselves there.
Oh
However
yeah.
much.
Yeah, because somebody will record it and put it up.
No, I'm saying even if there's no one who goes ahead to record it and put it up,
Mhm.
we will still find ourselves there. We will go and look for own to go and watch it from there.
Oh my God. Gata Tua. Thank you so much for calling in today. I haven't heard from you in a long time, so I hope all's well.
I'm good. Just work and
That's
weird
good.
sleeping patterns. I noticed you guys changed the time. You now do mostly 10 o'clock my time.
Yes.
And that's when I used to normally catch my sleep so that I'm up by midnight. And I'm up by midnight and I'm talking to myself.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
It's okay.
hopefully you can get to sleep at a normal time moving forward.
Yeah, so now I know. Moving forward, I'll tweak again the sleeping patterns. Then we can start at 10.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, my dear. Enjoy the rest of your
Morning.
early morning. And we'll see you on the next show.
Okay, you guys have a good one. Always a good time.
All
Bye-bye.
Bye.
right.
Okay, Jamal, final thoughts?
No, this was good. This was fun. Something fresh and new, and this gives me a little more hope with reality TV.
Yeah.
It just does.
Mm-hmm.
Real
Yeah.
friends, real issues, and different personalities, and
Mm-hmm.
but they're coming together for a common goal, or at least that's Letitia's hope. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to this journey to see what they can do.
Yes. Yes. And let's hope that there's more female empowerment as opposed to tearing each other down.
Right.
I'm all here for the mess, but Marie, get it right.
Right.
You
Leave
know,
the business alone.
find your husband in Aruba.
Right.
Take care of them grandbabies.
Exactly.
All right, guys. If you like the content, please hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We want to share more with, get your viewpoints, share it, learn from it. Oh my God, you guys have blown me away. I'm still looking at Wendy in the other monitor, but it's been a blast. Looking forward to the next episode of the Belle Collective.
All right.
Time.
Bye.
Bye.